Good morning, everybody. How are you this morning in Confident Successful Business Owners? And how are you if you're watching? I'm going live via StreamYard in several different places today. It's my new toy. If you are watching on my personal profile or on my business page and you would like to come and join us, over in Confident Successful Business Owners, I would love to have you come and join us. Now, just bear with me a sec while I some tech stuff happening. I am hoping that everybody can see me. If you can, please let me know that you can see me and hear me okay. I know my internet's playing up a little bit today. I can see that there is someone watching. So if you are watching, say hi. Good morning, Natty. Natty's come to join us. I love the hair. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I don't know what I did different. Maybe it's because I'm in a brand new house. As you can see, I've got a new background. I have a new office. Anyway, that's beside the point. Now, welcome everybody. We are here today for some business growth insights, where every single Tuesday in Confident Successful Business Owners Group, I come live and give you some tangible training that you can take away and implement into your business, as well as providing opportunities on how you can learn and work with me further. Okie dokie. So I have a really, really cool topic today. And we are going to talk about changing with the times. We're going to talk about social media and how it absolutely is the key to building and growing a successful business in this day and age. Now, what I find really interesting, and tell me, if you're watching this live or if you're watching the replay, pop #replay. Tell me if this is a thought that you've ever had, right? I am very surprised at the amount of people with the conversations that I have, and they say, I don't want to use social media to grow my business. I'm just going to use my website, or I'm just going to get referrals instead, right? A lot of people, so many people say that to me. And there are many different reasons why people are avoiding getting out there and putting themselves out there on social media. And look, I'm just going to address them. A lot of them are fear, if many different types of fear, fear of worrying about what people are going to think of you, worrying that your friends are going to disown you if you start using social media to promote your business, all these types of things. And I talk about these all the time, right? But let's just talk about, I'm just going to address the elephant in the room straight away, right? Awesome. If you can get referrals, fantastic, right? That referrals will always happen. But with a website, if you turn around and you say, I'm just going to use my website for my business, you have to still have a way of drawing people to it, because people aren't going to magically find your website. There are, and I looked up the stats this morning, there are 1.98 billion websites out there, right? So your little website, if you haven't got the SEO happening and all the right keywords and all the tech behind that on your website, and then you've got to get yourself at a high ranking on Google, how likely do you think it is that if you're not utilizing other methods to drive people to your website, that people are going to magically find it? So again, I want to address these thought patterns with you, right? So we are going to talk about social media and how you can use it as the key for your business. All right, again, if you're popping on, say hi. If you're watching the replay, pop #replay. I'd love to see you. Say hi. All right, now before I get on today too, hang around to the end, because I want to give you the opportunity. Look, I'm turning 50. It's a bit of a not secret. I'm turning 50 this weekend, and I want to give you the opportunity on how you can get access to my Heart and Soul Business Academy course at 50% off, plus get over $5.5 thousand worth of bonuses. So hang around to the end to find out more about that. All right, so without further ado, today's training. So let's talk about pre-social media days, before we had social media, or before people were really using it a lot for their businesses, right? When social started, Hey, Dean, how you going, mate? Lovely to have you joining us. When social media started, it's more what it was, designed for, was social media, to be social, right? But business itself, before social media, it was very much more trial and error, right? Doing the old letterbox drops, right? I used to do this I used to be a member of a number of direct sales companies. Herbalife was one of them. And I used to do the old letterbox drop. Wow, my goodness, right? That was trial and error, hoping that you're in the right place, hoping that you were putting your little pamphlet that cost you, a small fortune to print out or buy, hope that it went into the right letterbox, hope that it didn't go in someone's bin, and hope that they actually read it, right? There's also things like we used to be putting ads in papers, there was just a lot of guesswork pre-social media days. And we also used to have, things like driving miles to network meetings, right? And they could be because, and again, this is trial and error, right? We didn't know if we were going to the right networking meetings. It was like, well, I see that networking, that looks interesting. I'll go to that. And we show up and we hope that we connect with and end up talking to someone who's going to actually be our next client or be able to refer us to our next client. Right? So again, it's trial and error. But I want to before I go any further, I want to put a little caveat here. Now, I'm not saying in any way not to network, because networking is still key. It is still important, right? And we're going to talk more on this later. But if you think about, pre-social media days, that was what we were doing. We were showing up to networking meetings, and it was like we were kind of forcing ourselves to go and talk to total strangers and hoping that they're going to be the right ones that we're going to talk to. Right? Tell me in the chat if that's you, if that's something you used to do. Tell me if it's something that you still do. Let me know. All right, and conferences, expensive conferences, right? These are days, before online or even before COVID, right? We were still doing this, and we're starting to go back to conferences now. But if you think about it, they can be expensive because you need to pay for the conference itself, you need to pay for the accommodation, pay for the meals, pay for the transport. And what I have found in going to conferences like this, which again can be very handy, and I'm not saying don't do them, but what I see is that you end up coming out of that conference on a high, right? Because you've learned a lot. So you're coming out of it on a high, and then you're going home and you're trying to remain in that high, but you no longer have the accountability that you had at the conference, right? So you're trying to take action. You promise yourself that you're going to take action on everything you learned, but let's be honest, sometimes you go, and this was me, I've learned so much, I'm overwhelmed, and it's all too hard, right? So pre-social media days, this is what would happen. And we weren't able to connect as much with everybody else. Dean, been there, done that, right? Yeah, I get it, mate. I think we all have been there, done that, right? Okay. And hoping, again, there was a lot of guesswork pre-social media days, right? Hoping that you were going to find the right audience, hoping to speak to the right people, hoping that your website gets found, just like we just talked about, hoping that your flyer gets into the right letterbox, hoping that you're just sitting back and hoping and waiting for that call, or that someone reads the email that you've sent, and that there's someone on the phone asking for your help. So there was a lot of guesswork. There was a lot of hoping to get the right audience, and it was a lot harder to do it than it is now. Oh my God, let's address the old business cards. Right? I cannot tell you guys how many different versions over the years of business cards that I have had, right? And then pretty much a couple of weeks or a month or so after I've gotten them delivered and I'm proud of my new business card, that they're already out of date because I don't know, I've upgraded, I've changed my business name, or I've slightly changed the model, or I've changed my email or contact details and what it is. So all of a sudden my business card is irrelevant, right? And who else does this, right? And tell me, I can hear all the nods. I can see all the nods, right? You've gone to a networking meeting, you've pulled out your business cards, right? And you've exchanged them with everybody in the room, hoping again that someone's going to connect with you. And you've collected everybody else's business cards as well, right? Now, what have you done with those business cards when you've gotten home? You've probably put them in a safe spot, and they've ended up, you've put them in a safe spot with that person, but they've probably ended up in the bin, right? And look, let's face it, we've all done it. We've all done it. QR code on business cards, yes, that is a good idea. Yeah, and the QR codes can change too, Dean. Yeah. And again, I'm not saying business cards, I'm not saying don't use them. You can still use them, but they often, for me anyway, in my experience, they've ended up pointless real quick. And the last thing, pre-social media days, right, is hoping to meet your next client, hoping to get that referral, and at these networking meetings, like we've been saying, it's highly unlikely that you're going to meet the next client walking down the street, right? Let's be honest. Or at those networking meetings, you're hoping that someone knows someone. It's a lot of guesswork. It's a lot of hope work. And again, you're probably relying on your friends and family in some way to give you referrals, to send people your way. And let me say here too, that this can be, if you rely on just simply friends and family, it can actually be, for want of a better way to put it, a dangerous thing to do, because you see the importance in your business. Your business becomes your life, right? However, other people, so your friends and family, they're not going to see the importance in your business that you do. So they're not going to be looking for referrals or looking for people to be able to support you as much as you are looking for them. So this is why I say we can't just rely on these referrals. And so all of these things, and as I've said, we can still do them, but sometimes they'll work and sometimes they won't. Now, we are 2022, right? And we all know that in the last couple of years, since COVID in particular, but even before that, social media has been on the rise. And so there is now social media. There's a much easier way to get clients. And not only get the clients, have fun doing it, and actually have them searching for you as well. So they're finding you. And that way is social media, right? So what are the benefits of social media? Using social media effectively for your business is such a powerful tool. And ironically, as someone who teaches it now, it took me a long time to believe that. But I can tell you categorically, if you're not using this tool, this social media tool, you're missing out on so many opportunities for your business, so many possibilities for you to get yourself in front of a new audience and the right audience. That's important. So some benefits are, right, you get to position yourself, like I said, in front of the right people. You have the tools. Social media gives you the tools to work out whether where you are actually showing up is the right place, or if you're showing up in several places, whether it's the right places that you're showing up, right? And if not, then you can just adjust yourself accordingly and adjust your methods accordingly. No more pointless letterbox drops, right? How cool is that? But what I mean by that is if you're posting, and let's use Facebook as an example, if you're posting on Facebook, right, and in certain groups and you're not getting a lot of traction, do some research. What are people looking for in those particular groups, right? Or are you not hanging out in the right groups? So you have the opportunity to find the right places on social media. Cold calling. Oh my God, Natalie, cold calling. Oh, that's the bane of my existence. I hate cold calling. Yes, totally agree. There you go. See, that's one thing I forgot. So yeah, you get the chance to do your research, position yourself in front of people that you know need to hear your message. Now, there's also very modern ways of communicating, right? And let me tell you that the majority of the first world are online. They're on social media because social media has completely shaken up the way we do business. Again, in the last, I don't know, let's say, 10 years? Since I've been in business, this time around, since 2018, I can't believe how much social media has come into play. But it was in play even before that, but I just wasn't using it myself, right? But it really has shaken up the way small businesses and small business is actually done. And with social media too for business, it's because it's constantly changing. It's constantly staying modern. It's keeping up with the times, keeping up with the way, it's almost like driving the way business is done, as well as keeping up with the way business is done. And so it is with socials, it's a matter of staying on top, right, of the latest info, of the latest changes, of the latest trends in social media. But once you get into the habit of doing that, and it seems like a lot and seems like a bit overwhelming, and sometimes we can just go, oh, I can't be bothered, right, learning about social media. But once you get into a habit of learning about the latest info and the latest trends and the latest updates, it's actually not that hard. It's just like anything else. It's a learning experience, right? So you can give yourself modern ways of communicating. Oh my God, how much easier is it to connect and stay in touch, right? Again, no more hoping to God that someone answers the call, that cold call. No more hoping that someone goes to the letterbox and doesn't just toss your flyer in the bin, or that someone opens your email, right? We have things like comments on posts, PMs, DMs, whatever you want to call them, chat rooms, right? And it makes it, so much easier. So much easier. So I want you to think about now the last time that you received a private message from someone on Facebook or a DM on Instagram, right? Think about, when was the last time you received a private message? I received a couple this morning. And the thing is, you want to open it, right? Because you get curious. You go, oh, what do I want? It's not like you get to read the subject title on an email and go, oh, no, that doesn't sound like me. With a private message, you hear the ding, and then you go, oh, look, Natty J's messaging me. I wonder what she wants. So you open it. There's a much higher open rate on a private message than there is on an email. It's high. It's much more likely that someone's going to open that. So socials makes it so much easier for you to stay in touch and communicate and connect more in person with people. No more business cards if you don't want them, right? Yes, like you said, you can do QR codes on business cards. I love that idea, Dean. But for me personally, I don't have business cards anymore. When I do meet someone at a networking meeting, because I still go to them and I still will, right? I actually connect with them on Facebook instead, or Instagram or LinkedIn. Most of the time for me, it's Facebook, because that's where I concentrate my business. And if they have Insta or if they have LinkedIn, it's highly likely we will eventually connect there as well. But I don't give out business cards. When I meet someone in a networking meeting, I say, do you have Facebook? Let's connect, right? And then here's a secret for you. When you've connected with someone and you post within 24 hours after connecting with someone, then they are more likely to see your post and learn more about you and you them. So they're not just getting that business card and taking it home and chucking it in the bin. There is a natural follow-up on social media. Can you see the difference? It's huge. It's much easier on socials to provide value, right? You can learn about your audience. You can provide the value that they want, that they're looking for, and give them what they're looking for. You can also use socials as research, right? Research is key, and social media provides it. And they provide easy and effective ways to do it. This is what we talk about in the Heart and Soul Business Academy. Now, the boring stuff, right? The stats. It's boring, but it's not so boring. So don't ever tell me that social media isn't the key, because look at these stats, right? 3.5 billion people are online every day. Now, that's half the world's population. Half the world's population is online. Okay, so not necessarily socials, but they're online. So remember we said, though, you've got that website, but now you've got to draw to it. So how are you going to do that? Well, when you look at, you talk to marketers, right? 4.7 billion people use social media. And 73%, and I'm going to use my source down here. If you have a look at if you want to check out this website, the source down the bottom is where I got this information from. 73% of professional marketers, they know that social media is effective. And the average user on social media, not necessarily for business, is spending 2.5 hours a day online, right, on social media. And in particular, 54% of customers use social media to browse and research products and services. That's huge. So business owners, marketers, we're all seeing how effective this tool can be. So this is what I mean when I say, if you're not utilizing the power of social media, my God, the amount of possibilities you are missing out on is incredible. So this and all those other reasons, right, that we've already talked about today, are just so powerful. So why wouldn't you use it? Now, here's some ways that you can use social media to make an impact in your business if you're not doing these already. So again, before I get into this, I want you to ask yourself this question. Am I utilizing the incredible tool of social media as much as I could be? And my question to you is, if not, why not? Again, remember we spoke about at the start, is there a fear there? Is there a fear of tech? Is there a fear of, being judged? Is, the old imposter syndrome? And there's nothing wrong with that. Why aren't you using? So if you're not utilizing it as much as you could, why not? So think about that question, and I'm going to show you some damn good reasons to start making the impact that I know you can, and to be able to have the potential to make amazing sales using social media. Now, this sounds a bit like God. Now, none of us are God, right? Be omnipresent, which means that you can show up in a bunch of different places at once. So there's more than Facebook. I talk about Facebook a lot, but there's like so many different types or different brands of social media. Insta, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, right? Just to name a few. So you can, when you've gotten the hang of it, you can be omnipresent and make it look like you're showing up everywhere or in a lot of different places. I love it when someone comes to me and said, and I have this, and I've had it a lot lately, to go, oh my God, you're everywhere. When do you sleep? There's secrets, people, on how to do it. And it's not that hard. Duplication is one. Yes, absolutely. Now, I want to just address this here. Being omnipresent. Now, sometimes this can overwhelm people because, especially those of you starting out in business. Now, something that I teach in the Heart and Soul Business Academy is that when you're starting, you don't have to be everywhere all at once. Okay, you can learn one platform and then add more as you go. But even on Facebook itself, there are several different places that you can be on Facebook. So that's what I mean by saying be open. Okay, and I think that's a whole nother training in that alone. Hands up if that's making sense. Let me know in the chat. Go, yes, making sense. All right, so you can also more easily build your brand. Socials is a place that people are looking to connect with people. It's social media. Social media. So you are your brand. And social media gives you the opportunity to be yourself. Yeah, Nat, yep, Dean, you get it, right? It gives you the opportunity to be yourself, build your brand, learn who your brand is, learn who people are looking for, and be that brand that you want to be, right? And this is where people are going to start to recognize you and your brand. Because branding is so much more than colors. It's more than just colors. It's more than pretty pictures and pretty quotes. It's you. You are your brand. I say that all the time. You can create a more personalized experience for your clients. So you can utilize the many, many, many research tools that all the different socials offer you, and you can give the people what they're looking for. You can deliver the personalized experience that they're wanting. So there's kind of like, there's a lot less guessing games for you as the business owner. Now, yes, it takes time, it takes research, it takes effort. But trust me, as someone who avoided all of that for a long time, but now someone who has come to do all of those things, you're going to be glad that you did, because the results are going to show. So just think about that. You also get the opportunity to build your credibility, right? The more you show up, the more you're seen, the more people will like you, the more they'll trust you, right? Know, like, and trust. We've all heard it. And the more likely they are to continue to connect with you, which is exciting. You get to know your audience. They get to know you. So you become a very credible business owner. And you also get to build a loyal clientele base. I'll get that out properly in a minute. Right? They become loyal to you. Loyal followers. As long as you stay loyal to your followers and delivering what they expect from you and what you know that they're looking for, right? They're going to do the same. They're going to be loyal to you as well. So you, and this is to me, this is like a, I don't know, the word at the moment, you're becoming an influencer in your niche. And that's where you want to be. You want to have good credibility, and you want to have a loyal client base or a loyal following that keeps coming back to you. That is where you can get referrals from. Look at that. We led straight into it. Referrals are always going to be there. But friends and family, like I said before, they're not always going to cut it. They're not always going to be the ones to refer you. So the more people that you connect with via social media, the more clients you're likely to get. The more you look after those clients, the more chance of referrals you're going to get, right? So no more just relying on and hoping for that your family and friends are going to, send people to you. So true, right, Dean? I know, right? All right. And you can also, I think I've already said this, so you can, research. continue to research, gauge your audience, learn from them. As much as they're learning from you, learn from them, right? Do your research, learn, develop what you're doing, develop your socials, develop your marketing strategies, and grow. Ask for referrals. Yes, Dean, well said. And learn from your audience. So as a business owner, we're constantly learning, we're constantly growing. And when you do that and people can see the benefits in that, again, what are they going to do? Follow you. Massive, you're going to become a really good influencer. Now, do you want to take action? Are you ready to take action, right? Are you one of these people who, the question I asked at the beginning, one of these people that are sitting back and going, oh, I don't want to use socials. I'm avoiding using socials for whatever reason it is, But if you know that you want to take action in your business, but you're just not sure how, I've got a way for you. I've got a way. That's what I'm here to help for. So, as I mentioned at the start, I am the founder and the principal of the Heart and Soul Business Academy, and I'm turning 50 on the weekend. I'm 50 years young. I'm just going to go say that. And I have a special on for November, 50 Fruity and Fabulous Birthday Special. Now, as I said, so if you would like to find more about that and how you can get access to it, feel free to book a call with me. Let's have a chat about where you are in your business, right? We'll have a chat, get some clarity on why you are where you are. You'll receive a couple of tips from me and the things that you can input into your business, and I will tell you more about the Heart and Soul Business Academy and also the 50% off special that I've got going on at the moment. Okay, so 50, if you book a call, you have the opportunity to get 50% off the Heart and Soul Business Academy, as well as get access to over $5,500 worth of bonuses. Now, this is just for this month, right? As I said, I'm turning 50 on the 27th. So I want to celebrate with you guys. This is my gift to you for my 50th. And then look, a girl only turns 51. So I've got to do this. But I love giving, I love giving value. Thank you, Susie. Insane value. Yeah, it is insane value. I know, but it's so much fun. I love giving value. Oh, thank you, beautiful Susie. Yeah, so I would love to have the opportunity to talk with you at a business boost call. This is a 30-minute free, no obligation call. You can find out how you can get access into the Heart and Soul Business Academy, as well as all those fabulous bonuses. Love to talk to you people. I hope you have enjoyed my training today. So again, look like Dean said, QR code. I've got one on the screen just waiting for you guys. You got to hold your phone up to it and click it and do your thing. All right, my beautiful people. Again, I hope you have enjoyed this training today. I look forward to connecting with you on a Business Booster call. And I will see you again next week on Tuesday. I'll probably see you before then, but when I see you next Tuesday, I'll officially be over 50. I will officially be half 100. Look out, everybody. Anything can happen. All right, beautiful people. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you again soon. Bye.